All right, man. Talk the talk. There it is, man. Oh man, how y'all doing, man? Ah man, look, man. The King's back. You know what it is. All right, man. So today's episode, Daylyt has spoken on Drake's biggest mistake in the battle. And we're going to get into that. Before I gotta get into that, I got to get a legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App. No more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to over 14, 15, 16,000. Yeah, man. And you know what it is. King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from too. So look, man, we're gonna get right to this. This is a goodie. All right. So let's get it.
How do you articulate the impact of this battle and some of the things that happened during this back and forth between Kendrick and Drake?
Um, First and most foremost, like I want to tell people, like, we gotta not make this into something that is not. Um, a lot of people tried to make this into like a enemy style beef to where it was like, yeah, somebody's gonna die or somebody's gonna get killed. Like, first of all, this is not like Ja Rule and 50. This is nowhere near that. This is not Tupac and Biggie. Like, this is not that. And dear internet, like y'all gotta fall all the way back. Like, um, and again, I don't think Kendrick and Drake are enemies. Like, I don't think they'll ever be enemies. This is just purely off competition. Who wants to be the best? And that's something that has been missing from rap forever, which is why the bar is so low. And
Um, I don't know if I fully agree with that. Um, it might be about competition to him, but I think that when Kendrick says that you put money in the streets, you came back with no receipts, and before I take a truce, I'll take him to hell with me. I don't really think this is about competition. Now, I'm not saying that it's about beef either, but if he's saying that you put money in the streets to, if that money got in the hands of a crash dummy, jeopardize my family and ones who love me, yeah, I don't think that you might not be beefing with this guy, but I don't think you too fond of him either. You know what I'm saying?
again, like, Kendrick and Drake they were friends before this. They conversated, they talked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all seen the early videos, tours, and all that type of stuff. But again, if we play basketball together and you like the number one guy on the team, I'm not about to come in practice and not try to go at you. Like, that's just the way it works. Like, yeah, you're that guy, but I want the spot. And I want, like, and that's what this all.
I agree with that. I'm that way too. I want to be the best podcaster, the best, how would I say, YouTuber. I'm not gonna go at nobody. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself on certain things. But I'm definitely out here trying to be the best. This is the reason why I release so many episodes, because I'm trying to be the best. I want people to watch my show. You know what I'm saying? But I want people to watch my show because they genuinely want to watch it, not because I'm making them. But no, I understand what he's saying on this one. I understand.
Stems from. Like, again, both of them, Kendrick and Dot, are successful in their own worlds. And what I think, and this is something that I think, and I'm going to give y'all a crazy perspective, both of them were searching for what the other had. Kendrick is successful here, all the way to the top, to a fucking Pletzer pride. I call it a pretzel plot. A pretzel plot. That nigga won a 80-foot pretzel. 80-foot solid gold pretzel for doing music. But
Right.
I'm saying, like, Kendrick is solidified here and Drake is solidified there. And I think once you beat this game, you look for another game to beat. So Kendrick was basically in his Galactus mode. I ate this planet. I am looking for a new planet to eat.
Right.
I want that planet.
Yeah.
And he came for it. And again,
Yeah, I definitely think that Kendrick Lamar is out here destroying worlds. I I think what makes this whole thing so I'm gonna say bittersweet, but I'm gonna say what makes this thing so big, in my opinion, when it comes to Kendrick and Drake, is that Drake felt like Kendrick felt. I mean, people felt like Drake was unstoppable. That's what it was. People felt like Drake was unstoppable. Even my cousin doesn't even listen to rap like that no more, and he was arguing with me about Drake, about how he thinks Drake is that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me, that's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. He was trying to argue me down. Oh, nah, bro. I'm like, you don't even listen to rap like that no more. But he knew Drake was on top. So that's all people cared about. So they didn't think that he would ever be stopped.
You know, at the top of the war, like I seen what was happening, and I put something in the air, and I even said it on Twitter. I said, "Hey, Kendrick wants to land a hit, like a mega hit that the lower level people could really rock with, not the super musicians and the super thinkers. Just we're talking like the general public. He's gonna land a hit." And what Drake needed to do was land a record that could solidify him amongst the super thinkers, right?
That's a good point. I didn't think about
Because
that.
they're opposite. Kendrick is for the super thinkers, and Drake is making music for the general public. Kendrick
Right.
is going to make a song for the general public, and Drake should have made a fucking a 10-pack boom. Drake should have made Dochi's album.
Damn. Yeah. Facts. That would have changed perspective because now it's like, and this is what I always say.
But I've been saying that. I've been saying that. I've been saying that Drake should rap. He should rap more. Stop singing so much, dog. Just rap. Just rap. Rap more. That's what will get you back in the game. Now, I don't think you could compare to Kendrick. It just doesn't. I think Kendrick has basically pushed. I think Kendrick pushed Drake out of the game. And even if Drake was to rap, it doesn't make a difference. He could come with the best verse ever. People going to still hold that loss over his head, and they're going to still refer back to not like us. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. He got a stain on him that he can't remove. He can't remove that stain. You know what I'm saying? He could probably get another number one and all that stuff, but it's gonna be very difficult to remove that stain. The only way he could remove that stain is if him and Kendrick work together. Then it'd be something different. But I think this is Drake's humbling moment. I still think Drake is not mature. I still think he has a mentality of a 19-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I believe he has that mentality. He's not really trying to you know, he's not really trying to mature. He's not trying to mature. Let's keep it going.
Narrative, and I don't want to jump the gun on it, but I said, although I'm not particularly a fan, I respected him for going to bat with some of the best of his era, right? Or
Yeah,
not shying away. Well, not just say more so Pusha T than Meek Mill. When
yeah,
I saw that one, I was like, okay, okay, at least you're not shying away from it. A lot of rappers is like, I'm not even getting into that. We making money. We over here doing all that. They're not even concerned about that. But at least he jumped. And then with Kendrick, I'm like, okay, at least you are playing ball before
yeah.
losses happen. But I wanted to.
I'll say this too. I'll say this too. I'll say this too. Like, um, again, like you have to know how to lose. Like that's something that I've learned in my career. Like there's ways to lose and win. And you can't think about the moment. You have to think about the outcome of the moment and what people are going to say when this is over. The position could have switched. The switch could have been, yeah, Kendrick makes, like turn up West Coast music, but I'm really to the core of hip hop. Look at my super hip hop album.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
really for the
that's what I was saying. The only way he can get back into it is if he rap. And it's difficult to do that against Kendrick because that's what he's known for. So even if you came out with that theory, let's take the DAYLYT's theory and say, well, he said Drake could have came out and said, I'm into rap. I'm a super rapper. I'm into rap. It's not like Kendrick Lamar hasn't done that already, and he can do it too. Kendrick Lamar has been done that. So it would have worked for maybe a week or two, but then people would realize that, oh, he dropped Overly Dedicated. Oh, he dropped the Kendrick LP. Oh, he dropped Section 80. These are all rappity rap albums. Dropped Good Kid, Mad City. Oh, he dropped To Pimp a Butterfly. These all rap. Damn, this is a rappity rap album right here. These like, oh, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That's a rappity rap album right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, either way you go, it's very difficult to get around what Kendrick did to you. Very difficult. I think I know what Drake's biggest mistake was. I know his biggest mistake. His biggest mistake was a slave bar. I'm telling you. That was his biggest mistake to me. And I'm sure other people probably feel that way too. But he should have never said that. That was his biggest mistake.
People. He could have changed the narrative. I'm really for the people. Like, I do this for Sean Price.
That would have been crazy to hear Sean Price shout out.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, I see it.
People would have been like, oh yeah, he's really hip hop. He's really for the core of hip hop. He's not mainstream. He's really for us.
Right.
I think that was the approach he should have took, but because both people were looking for the opposite. But again, like, the outcome happened the way it happened, and I can say in agreement with what you said. A lot of the music now was a lot of the music that was kind of in that little lane of just make some shit and have the labels pump it and it blow up. Like, that shit ain't working no more.
You are the person
that's the thing. It's definitely not. None of that works no more. None of that works. You're starting to see the effects, even with J. Cole. J. Cole's a better lyricist than Drake. But even with him, that's not working either. None of that's working. None of that's working. None of it. None of this is working. You have to be interesting. And that's just saying the least. Like, you have to be more than interesting. You have to be much more than that.
You know, when Dave Chappelle was like, what the world's going through, I want to hear what Ja Rule got to say. Like, no, we need to hear what you got to say about just from a battling standpoint, because you're a strategist. You're somebody with a master strategy. Beyond what you already said about them kind of like trying to go for the opposites of what they're known for, what do you think was, and it's just from an artistic standpoint, was the biggest mistake that Drake made?
The biggest mistake that Drake made in that whole beef was when he said he rapping like he wanted to get the slaves free. That was the biggest mistake. If he wouldn't have said that, Not Like Us wouldn't.
Damn, the king is always right, man. Ah, man.
Even exist.
How so?
And I'm gonna break it down to y'all. When he said, if he wouldn't have said that, Not Like Us wouldn't even exist.
How so?
And I'm gonna break it down to y'all. When he said, you rapping like you want to get the slaves free, all black people said, so if he raps like he want to get the slaves free, and then you rap, then that means you rap like you want us to stay slaves.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Continue.
I'm just telling y'all, that's what I said. I said that in the previous video, not the previous video, but a couple of videos. I don't know which one it was. I got so many damn videos. I said that. I said that this guy is rapping like he want to get the slaves free. That must mean you want to keep people enslaved. So this is the thing. And you saying that bar, people got to understand that's a deep cut. And you are from Canada. Always trying to rapping like you always trying to get the slaves free. That's a deep cut to black people. That's one of those things that to me, you have to apologize about. You never recover from that. Never.
That led to Kendrick's whole third verse in Like Us. Nigga doubled down on calling us some slaves.
Yeah.
He not like us. He not black. Basically, that's basically that led to that whole song.
What's so funny about that part though, I always counter that with, but when he was talking to Adonis, he said, "You're a black man," and he's giving them lessons about life. And I'm like, how do you fare with that if you a competitor and you're like, wait a minute, you questioning my—
Well, I don't think he ever said Drake wasn't black. I think he's saying that he's not of the culture. You're not of the black culture. You're not like us. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think he was saying. I don't think, did he ever say he wasn't black? You know what I'm saying? He never said, I don't think he ever said he wasn't black.
Blackness, but you just told my son, who got the curly hair and all that, you just said you're a black man. These are the lessons that a man should carry with him.
He basically telling his son. He basically telling his son, don't ignore your real heritage. Don't be like him. And I mean, don't get like I feel like that was the only bar that kind of fucked it up. Like that was the bar where it was like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it was a good fight, man. It was a good fight, top to bottom. I personally feel during that whole rap beef, and it is another minor mistake, like, you know, Drake is heavy in the battle rap culture. Heavy. Like he rocks with the battle rap culture a lot. I don't understand why wasn't none of them called.
I'm sure DAYLYT knows this too, but Drake isn't the only one that's heavy in the battle rap culture. I actually think that Kendrick Lamar understands battle rap much more than Drake, because the thing about Kendrick is he gave so many different diverse versions of himself. This is what elite battle rappers do. They don't necessarily always rap the same. He's one of them. He's an elite. He's one of maybe top 5 of all time. So he knows this. I'm one of them, the elites too. You know what I'm saying? If you never see Funeral Man, go check me out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's one of those guys that don't necessarily always do the same thing. I think that Kendrick Lamar understands battle rap much more than Drake does. I think Drake be around battle rappers, but I don't think he is bred for it like Kendrick is. Kendrick grew up doing this. He was battling people in old videos. I seen him.
To help. I didn't get it.
That's your world. I don't got no skin in the game. That's a good observation. Why is that?
People should have been called. Like people should have been called. Like there's certain people in the battle rap world that he's extremely close with. People should have been called. Like, hey, do you think this is a good idea or not? Like that shit should have been ran by some people. But again, I say this to say, like, you know, a lot of people saying like it's over for him or like he can't bounce back. Like there is no die in the internet world. It's basically what you do next.
Yeah.
Like there is no die. It's what you do next. And you know, of course, like everybody knows what team that I'm rocking with. Everybody knows what side of the line I'm on. Like I'm Team West Coast to the fullest. I'm a part of the TD family to the fullest. Drake is he's still green in my eyes as far as like him as an individual, because he's done things for me before anyone even got in my corner. He's booked a lot of events, and a lot of money came through Drake booking these events. Again, like prior to the battle rap, I mean, prior to the battle happening, like I spoke to Drake about doing the me and Low Deluxe battle, like prior, and I was offered like a couple of M's for this battle. So you know, it's always been, you know, like a cool relationship with us. So if I had some advice, because again, like it's weird right now, but if I had some advice for Drake to do moving forward, you got to start over, bro. Like you got to start over and go back to the core. Go back to the core of hip hop.
How do you do that with a pending lawsuit, though?
Look, man. Again, we live in the world star era. Today's news is not yesterday's news, and then the news after that, people will forget in a few weeks, bro.
I mean, I agree with that. I think certain people are never going to forgive certain things that he did or said. But I do understand where he's coming from when he said people do forgive. As far as do I believe it? I think Drake made a couple of mistakes. I did a video of Drake's biggest mistakes. Make sure y'all go check that out. But yeah, I definitely think that he could. I mean, is he gonna bounce back? Who knows? Honestly, it really depends on what Kendrick does. I mean, that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Really depends on what Kendrick does for Drake to bounce back. If Kendrick was to fall back, then Drake could probably sneak back in there. But it don't look like Kendrick is letting up no time soon. I think he's, as long as his name is still around, yeah, it's very difficult for rappers right now when it come to him. But thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have yourself a good evening. See y'all. Peace. Bye.